how to buy on AliExpress from our country. First and most important, when on the website or in the app, go to the top right where the flag appears. Here, specifically look for your country and click it. For language, leave it in English, and for currency, change it if desired. In my case, I leave it in US dollars and click Save. This way, we'll load the official AliExpress version for our country. Now I'm going to show you step by step how to make a purchase and what to keep in mind. As you can see, there are many products here, lots of deals, and actually at the top, we find even more. In fact, here we see a product offer and we also find product categories. But what we're going to do is pick a sample product and I'll show you what you need to look at. First, let's choose a random product. We'll pick this one on the right, it already appears, and let's take a detailed look at everything we need to keep in mind. First of all, on the left side, we should look at the photos to see if they really match the product description, which is this one here. Always remember to pay close attention to the product title because sometimes you can get confused. For example, they might be showing you this iPhone here, but it turns out they're not selling the iPhone, they're actually selling this battery. That's why it's important to tell the difference, since sometimes people feel scammed because they see one product in the images and receive another, but it's because they didn't read this part of the title. Also, remember that when we search for products on AliExpress, the price we see is the lowest available price. What I mean by that, when you go into the listing, you'll notice that if, for example, I change the color of the product or the specifications, you'll see that some options cost more than others. For example, this one here costs $15.22 and this one here costs $16.18. That's why before knowing how much it costs, you need to specifically choose which variation or size of the product you want in order to know the final price. Then, once you've carefully read and thoroughly seen all of this important information, go down to the specific section where the customer reviews appear. Here, it's absolutely important that the product has at least 4.5 stars and ideally that it also has plenty of genuine reviews. For example, in this case, it only has 15. I recommend a minimum of 30 or even 50 real people are buying these products. Now we're going to click where it says see more, and here we're going to filter using this image icon so we can read and above all see real images of the products. The photos that appear at the top of the AliExpress page are, let's say, edited photos that look really good, whereas the photos here in the reviews are real photos from customers who have actually bought this specific product. So there we can see more for comparison, for example, next to a hand to get the exact size or on a table. Here we can see every detail of what it really looks like. Once you've chosen the product you want, we'll move to the right side to make the purchase. Now, here you need to be sure about the person who is selling to you. What you can do is click on it and you'll go to the store or products this person offers. What you can do is check right here in this particular section how many positive or negative reviews they have accumulated overall, because this specific person doesn't just sell this one product, but several other distinct products. And obviously, it is much better if they have generally accumulated overwhelmingly positive reviews from their many customers. Then this will appear. Depending on your location, just click on it. Here, you specifically choose the country, then select based on your location, and that's it. This applies here. Remember, depending on your location, the price on the left side may also include taxes, again, depending on your location. Then, at the bottom, the shipping price appears. In this case, it's completely free, but it doesn't include a tracking number. That means we won't be able to track the product to know where it is, whether it has arrived in our city or even if it has reached our home. That's why I recommend buying products with a tracking option. You just need to look for this, enter, and here when you select free shipping, it should show you whether tracking is included. Then it will specifically show the date when the product will arrive at your home or the place you've chosen to receive it. After this, if you want, you can also change the quantity. You can choose as many products as you want, increase the amount here, and depending on what you want, you place your order. I'm going to leave it at 1 and click buy now. Once I click buy now, this screen appears. And here my shipping address shows OPIT censored because it's my personal address, and I can click change to adjust the address to wherever I am. Then in payment methods, depending on where you are located, you'll see the option here to add a credit or debit card or some other payment methods. This depends on your location, as I mentioned. And as you can clearly see, there is an option available here for promo codes. I will leave one in the description below if I can gain access to it. And then here in the summary section, you'll readily see the product price and the associated shipping cost. This situation probably changed and significantly increased because I only chose a very cheap single product. That's precisely why I strongly recommend that you go directly to any product here and thoughtfully add several additional items. Once you add multiple products, the shipping cost will very likely decrease substantially, which will ultimately make it much less expensive overall for you. So you can talk to friends or family who want to order from AliExpress, placing a single order together. That way, shipping costs will drop significantly or at least stay the same, but since you'll be buying more products, it makes the purchase much more worthwhile. And once you've made your purchase here, you click where it says place order. And when you receive your tracking number, you'll go to this website called exactly as it appears above, 17 Track. What you'll do is enter the tracking numbers for your orders here and track them to know where your package is, whether it's in your country, if it's arrived at your house, and to keep a close eye to make sure your order arrives. Likewise, if the order doesn't arrive at your home or the place you chose, you can file a claim with AliExpress and they will of course refund your money. But for that, you need to pay close attention to the delivery date. Remember, this one said it would arrive by May 5 at the latest. So since it's May, what you should do is wait until that date. And if your product from this seller still hasn't arrived by then, you file a claim so they can refund your money.